So you wanna be a picture book writer, then you gotta write picture books. And you're gonna need a bucket load of bright ideas for titles, plots, and hooks. If you're partial to prose or you're raring to rhyme, then repeat after me. It's a challenge, but I'm gonna tackle each story 1 month at a time with 12 by 12.
I want to talk not only about the topics that I've chosen for my books. Biographical ones have been one of my passions. That's because these people aren't famous in the US. They might be famous in their own country of origin and not famous in the US. Or they may be, Latinos in the US who aren't famous here because they've been left out of the history books. And they're not going to be famous unless we can write about them. And it was a struggle at first to get biographical picture books published about people who weren't considered to be already famous enough. At first, the marketing departments, not the editors so much, but marketing departments would say, well, there won't be a market for this book because that person isn't famous. Well, that person isn't famous because a book hasn't been published about it. And it was this kind of catch-22. Now, as encouragement for those of you who are getting a lot of rejections, I still get a lot of rejections, okay? I have about a 50% acceptance rate for my picture book manuscripts. And I'm at a point where I'm probably gonna just start adding a lot of the unpublished ones to my archives, which go to the Arnie Nixon Center for the Study of Children's Literature at Fresno State University, and they'll stay there unpublished, and researchers can read them in the manuscript form. But this is my first picture book, Summer Birds, The Butterflies of Maria Marion. As encouragement to those of you who are getting rejections, I wrote this book 25 years before it was accepted for publication. I wrote it, got rejections, stuck it in a drawer. Quarter of a century later, I was cleaning out my desk and thought, I still like this. I'm going to ask, and I asked my current editor at that point, I had more of a track record, what do you think? Could this be fixed? And she said, oh, don't change anything. I'll publish it the way it is. I love it. Okay, why was it rejected 25 years ago and then accepted later? Because 25 years ago, not 25 years ago now, this was more like 35 years ago now, there wasn't any interest in women scientists. She was one of the first women scientists. She studied butterfly life cycles at a time when Europeans still thought that butterflies sprang from mud fully formed because they hadn't watched a caterpillar metamorphose. So sometimes you just have to wait until the world is ready for a particular story. So rather than shredding your manuscripts, put them in a drawer to ripen.
Do it together, so never you fear. It's a handy little way to help you kick into gear. You're amazing, exciting. Look out, 'cause you're writing 12 by 12.
12 manuscripts.
12 by 12.
12 picture books.
12 by 12.